I'm Emily.
And I'm Ethan.
We're traveling across America in search of its most captivating communities. Join us as we recount our adventures on the road. This is
Nomad Life!
After visiting the Earthship community, we continued west on Highway 64 into northwestern New Mexico. It was a mesmerizingly scenic 2-hour drive through the uninhabited Carson National Forest. The best part was a scenic lookout over Jawbone Mountain, a craggy behemoth about which the internet contains almost no information. The mystery only adds to its appeal, and I'm dreaming of returning to explore. I'd scheduled us a place to stay for the next few nights that involved sleeping inside of a greenhouse. We found it on HipCamp, but it did have Wi-Fi, so I was able to work from there, which was just a really peaceful and different type of work environment. There were also several animal residents of this greenhouse, which we had to train the dogs to live peacefully beside. The host invited us to help ourselves to anything growing in the greenhouse, from sun-dried grapes on the vines to fresh mustard greens. What do you think of the grapes?
Delicious. Best grapes I've ever had. Arvo is our HipCamp host. Super cool, older German guy that looks like the professor from Back to the Future. He harvests rainwater and makes sparkling rainwater seltzer with a hint of lime, which is delicious.
The place is full of greenhouses. There's like 100 greenhouses.
Every room is a greenhouse.
Yeah, even the shower, you like shower in a greenhouse, which is pretty cool to just like be surrounded by plants.
You shower surrounded by San Pedro cactus, which seems dangerous considering you're naked.
Yeah. Also, I thought cacti didn't like water that much.
But
which
these
I don't really
cacti
understand.
seem to be loving it because they're just thriving.
They're huge. And anyway, he lives on the edge of a canyon, and he told us to go walk down the canyon, bushwhack canyoneer. Cute. Are so colorful. Are they fossils? We'll never know. And this is the hot springs that Ethan's gonna go jump in.
Go on, try. Jump in the hot tub. I love water.
Oh, Nico, yucky.
So we hiked down to the Chasma River from our hip camp at Arvo's place through an awesome dramatic canyon, and we found this beautiful spot right on the bay.
River.
This is the bay of the river.
The dogs love the water. They're so happy. Now they're tired, but they were frolicking in the water for a long time. Sunsets out here in northwestern New Mexico were some of the most amazing I'd ever seen. The beauty of this area is definitely underrated, or at least not very well known, but I would highly recommend a trip out here for anyone looking for some solitude and peace.
Arvo raised a raven named Chaco Conan Strongbeak, and he is now my spirit animal.
He raised him?
He raised him.
What do you mean?
He raised him from a baby.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Wait, so he's like a pet?
He's definitely not a pet. He's like a wild raven. He's like a bird that will mess you up, but Arvo's his dad.
Oh, it's concentrated food.
Yeah, that's the densest source of calories he'll get.
Hey, give me shoe. Go, come here, come here. Go.
Is that what his beak is full of right now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so silly.
He's trying to hide some, and
He just came in and got it?
well, he's landed on it. Sometimes he comes in. Are you coming or no? Huh? Hey, you. You want a bit more? Never know when that brother comes from, huh?
Well, the raven didn't like Ethan because it kept throwing bark at him.
No, I think he was just trying to teach me a very important spiritual lesson.
He was peeling the bark off of trees and then with his beak and then like throwing it down at Ethan under the tree.
Yeah, but then we had a good conversation afterwards, and I understood where he was coming from.
Okay. Well, happy ending.
Are you going to discuss nutrition with the raven? He's a waste management consultant.
This is the other part of the Airbnb. It's a cute little cabin thing. They have
If for some reason,
and all the tiles in the ceiling and stuff. That's awesome. So many like cool little details.
this is
It's basically like an Earth ship, but not. Like it's minus the tire part, but he has gray water.
It's a homestead.
Okay, but he has gray water. And the whole greenhouse idea where he like, you know, gets the heat from the greenhouse, but then he like can open up the doors to like heat up the rest of the house. And then he has a lot of stuff going on with fires.
He's an arsonist.
He has fireplaces that then like instead of just like shooting the smoke up into the sky, because apparently that's bad for
It's wasteful, and it hurts the environment.
so instead he like has these like tubes going around like from the fireplace through like the walls and the floor, and then like the heat like travels around the house, which is really cool. And it's like, I guess it's glamping. That's what it was advertised as. Like we have like a kitchen, but it's a camp stove. We do have running water. It was like bring your own bedding, but it's very cool. For sure, one of my most memorable hip camp experiences. Arvo had been thinking of creating a documentary about ravens, he told us. It could be similar to My Octopus Teacher, and he'd call it My Raven Roommate. He just needed a film student to bring their camera equipment out and stay with him for a month to film it. I imagine someday we'll see the movie pop up on Netflix, and I will excitedly exclaim, "I've met him!"
Moment of haiku was brought to you by Chaco Raven Strongbeak. Caw-caw!